Hello Slapafish community, welcome back to another World Tanks console video. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the Tier 4 American Light Tank, part of the 3-branch tech tree line that's exclusive to console. So the Tier 4 is called the T85 M-GMC. Much different from the 3 and the 5. The 3 and the 5 have like a single shotgun with like a second, 0.5 to a second reload, reload, and it's interclip. And it has like 4, I think the Tier 3 has 4 rounds, the Tier 5 has, Tier 3 has 4 rounds, Tier 5 I believe has 5 or 6 rounds, but the Tier 4 is a little bit different. And the penetration is much less than the other two. Even the Tier 3. How many shots per clip? Yeah, there's 20 shots per clip in this tank, in this gun. And the penetration is much lower than the other two tanks. Even the Tier 3. The Tier 3 has more penetration than the Tier 4. That may sound bad. Yes. I will also point out another thing. This thing has 46mm of penetration on its standard. But if you're sniping, you really need Iron Mace, or whatever the skill that's going to be called Iron Mace is getting switched to or combined to in the next, when the skills update comes, which should be, maybe it's already happened. I don't know when this video is coming out, but yeah. Iron Mace would be really good. That reduces shell penetration drop-off over distance. Now, I say that because this tank has 46 standard penetration, but if you're sniping at just at 500, it goes down to 19. That is crazy. Let's say the Tier 5, for example. It only loses about 3 to 5 millimeters of penetration for going from 100 to 500. This one loses almost all of its penetration when sniping. So you really need to keep some of that penetration if you're going to snipe with this tank. If you're not, don't do it. Also, high explosive. No point in really using the high explosive to like pin targets because it's 15 millimeters thick. There's barely anything you're gonna find to penetrate that with. But I do load high explosive on this tank just because of buildings, because high explosive takes down buildings much better than AP rounds. Also, the interclip reload of this tank is 0.03. It goes really fast. I gotta say, even though this tank cannot penetrate anything, if it does, it's fun. This gun is just really fun to just play around with. It can't pin anything, but when it does, it's just fun. Like, it's 20 shots per clip. And this pin is terrible, but if we can pin, it eliminates like 200 damage right then and there. And I don't know, I just really love playing this tank. It's like, I'm like, oh, look at the enemy team. There's like 90% of the enemy team I can't pin, but you know what? I like this tank. Maybe I'll find that one target I can pin. Maybe I can put out my 200 damage. You know what? I usually do pretty good in this tank. I do like 1,000. Sometimes 1,000. And that's really good for Tier 4. And, if it can pin, then it does really good. But the gun is just fun to play with. It really is. The speed is okay. It's 64 kilometers, 27 reverse. Power to weight ratio is almost 23. When you go from the Tier 4 to the Tier 5, the Tier 5 is going to feel absolutely sluggish. Because the Tier 4 is kind of speedy. It really is. And also 380 meters of view range is really good at Tier 4, and consider it's decent. So spotting is nice in this tank. And yeah, also your gun diversion, like the Tier 3 and the Tier 5, it sucks. 3 degrees of gun diversion. And also, yeah, pretty much that's about it. Like, the concealment and spotting with this tank is pretty good. 550 hit points is just really nice. It really is nice. And the gun's fun to play with. The only thing I can say is, like, good concealment, good spotting. Gun's good when it pens, but terrible penetration, but it's fun. This is definitely a little line to try out. Like, it's Tier 3, 4, 5, so yeah. You may like the Tier 4, you may hate it. You probably will hate it, but maybe you'll think it was fun. Anyway, that's it for this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Also, Slapafish, because always not, and peace out. See ya.